Okay, hello and welcome back. I am just Donna, your streamer, I guess you could call me. We are finishing up the Overmistress's route in Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. This game is about being a criminal and can optionally include obscene language, discussions of sexuality, and romance. It can also deal with triggering subjects such as violence and self-harm. For full content warning, see fictionfactoringgames.com/CW. Oops, I missed reading that. Oh well. I was rocking out to the music too much. So, we have done 3 capers for the Overmistress. We did, let's double check the loot. We did candy from a baby, which is, there it is, big chonker. We did shopping spree, where we actually did some shopping for the Overmistress. And we did Don't Copy That Floppy last week, which was basically, to me, it was a love letter to Arcade Spirits and the community that has sprung up around the 2 games. I'm so glad I joined the Discord. I've made some really great friends there. And that's actually how I found the Lady Dame, who I've become a big fan. I've been following her. Don't always watch all of her streams because she tends to stream it late at night and I go to bed before she finishes. But anyway. So these are the 3 capers that we finished for the Overmistress. These other ones are from doing beta testing for the game. So, there's basically what happens is you do 3 capers through primer, either for one for each boss, 2 for one boss, 1 for another boss, or all 3 for one boss. And you get different endings, but honestly, doing 2 for one boss and then 1 for another boss just doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, so I did all of my capers for the Overmistress and we got down and dirty after each caper and just have become closer. So now, there's always going to be another caper after you finish all 3. Which one, of course, depends on who you worked for. And since I worked for the Overmistress, there's really only one possibility. With my crimer job access expiring, so ends the era of Penny Larceny Gig Economy Supervillain. And begins the rise of Penny Larceny, right hand of the Overmistress. I never pictured myself as a royal consort or in any sort of sincere romance, but can't say I have any complaints. And judging from the way I make my Overmistress declare yes, yes, yes in private, I can't say she's got any complaints either. It helps that we're both in on the grift. We're gonna use this cult to live the lives we deserve. Now to sit back and wait for my Overmistress to call on me, Penny Larceny is ready for action. Any minute now. Okay, what the hell? She's not responding to texts or anything. Yeah, so this is an ending I did not beta test, so I have no idea what's happening. So I'm just as in the dark as the rest of you. Thought the right hand would, be grabbing stuff all over the place. Why even have a right hand if you aren't grabbing stuff? I haven't seen my Overmistress in forever. Penny, it's been 1 day. I know, like forever. Oh, I joke about pets who get so excited when you come home, even if it's been such a short time. Especially my twin, she has 2 dogs, and they are always happy to see her when she gets home. And it's like I pretend to say as the dog, you've been gone forever, I counted, and it's only been a couple hours. So this kind of feels like the same thing. Ooh, a text. Never mind, complaint retracted. Ah, panic. The overmistress requires her right hand immediately. Please come to Destructo's and be prepared for various shenanigans. Hell yeah, shenanigans! Wait, she wants you to go to Destructo's? Why? She wants to go out on a date, obviously. It's not just a watering hole for criminal scum, it's also a super hot date spot. Look at that blush and that expression. And this date involves shenanigans, apparently. It does when you're dating me. Okay, have fun. I'll be busy raiding tonight with my guild. As I ascend the elevator to Destructors, I recheck my gear. Grapple guns, smoke bombs, flashbangs, magnesium flares, lockpicks in my hair, up my sleeves, in places that are none of your business. Some quick disguise items like wigs and fake noses and glasses, handcuffs and rope for disabling guards. Don't you think you're overdoing it a little? It's a date, not cracking into Fort Knox. Don't you think you're underdoing it a little? What about your caltrops and glue bombs? Don't you think you should just go out for tacos instead? Oh my gosh, I don't know which one to pick. They're all funny. Overdoing it. Look, if a thing's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. She's important to me, and my way of showing my love is by being capable of single-handedly knocking over the U.S. Treasury. It's honestly a lot more gear than I usually carry. I prefer to pack light and move fast. This much crap weighs me down. But only the best for my overmistress. This way we could do any fun crime we want, and I can leave the extra bits with Destructo for safekeeping. Hey, I'm here to save the day, my overmistress. I don't like that look on her face. It's not an encouraging look. Please, just call me Kiara tonight. No titles or formalities. I have had more than enough formality for one evening, or 1 week, or possibly a lifetime. Preparing for this exhausting gala has positively tapped my ability to adhere to social niceties. Curious, I glance around Destructo's, which is definitely swankier than usual. Old man Destructo tidied up, straightened all the furniture, polished every surface. Now, after don't copy that floppy, and now have a mental image for Destructo, and it's just changed the way I think about it entirely. And all around me are men in black ties and women in formal dresses, each wearing masks, but otherwise feeling like the cream of the crop. Oh, sure, I didn't realize you were throwing a serious social shindig. Indeed, a most serious soiree. The elite have gathered at the behest of the cult of the many-faceted one to revel in our power. Politicians, heads of state, corporate tycoons, celebrities, and influencers beyond compare, all are present. A veritable who's who of the absolute elite. And here I am, gaitered up like I'm gonna steal the Mona Lisa. Do you want me to head home and switch to more formal wear? Absolutely not. You are properly prepared for your assigned task for this evening. Party's over. Mission briefing. Okay. I require you to ruin my party. Whoops. Sorry. What? I have spent a positively exhausting effort providing fine entertainment for these greedy, vain, power-hungry monsters. They're, let's say, cult-adjacent players, relying on my talents to organize events which further their own goals. And do they show gratitude? Oh, they bow and scrape and soak me in honeyed words, but in their hearts they are disgusted by me. Alas, I must smile and pretend we all get along, be the overmistress proper and poised. I mustn't risk the situation provided to me, mustn't make a fuss, mustn't be uppity. So she's trapped as much as, she's trapped in her situation in a way. Just as much as, say, H4000, Hate 4000. Oh, yuck. Yuck. So you're saying that if a party crasher were to kick down the door and start raising hell, I couldn't possibly condone such a thing naturally. No, not at all. That smile says otherwise. And the lady's right hand engages such uncouth antics? Well, you'd have to be punished afterwards, undoubtedly. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yes! I assure you, it's no idle threat. I'm greatly looking forward to it as well. I'll just be off to the side, chatting up a crown princess and distinctly not looking in your direction. Right, time to ruin everyone's fun. It's not exactly the most romantic date we've had to date, but hey, it'll be entertaining. And it's certainly a new way to date someone. I don't think my excessively stuffed backpack of these tools will be useful. This is all about social engineering. Where do we start? Spike the punch. Start lowering everybody's inhibitions. No one weird trick parties hate. Spiking the punch. It's a classic gag. Fortunately, Old Man Destructo has more than enough highly questionable liquids on offer I could pluck right off the wall and put to good use. Vodka, Everclear, rubbing alcohol? A lot of these people are already drunk, so maybe not that. Ooh, hot sauce! That's an option. He's got Inferno Ivan's Flaming Dragon, March of the Anal Fire Ants, Temporal Patricide. Oh, good grief. Oh, that middle one. Oh, no, that mental image. No. No, hang on. I know exactly what to use. I pluck an unassuming white bottle from underneath the bar. Don't worry, Destructo won't mind. And carefully pour it into the punch bowl. And sure enough, some hapless fool walks right up and gets himself a big old cup of punch, dosed with truth serum. Oh no! Oh gosh! Nothing ruins a party quite like the hard reality of absolute truth. Let's get the ball rolling. Hey there, how's that taste? I haven't tried it yet. It's absolutely vile, but still better than the blood punch surprise at the last gold gathering. So hey, I was wondering, would you be interested in telling me all sorts of juicy details about... Did you know that globalist elites are actually secret lizard people living in the hollow earth? What? They sustain their reptoid forms by consuming adrenochrome from the glands of human babies, which they harvest at pizzerias. I read all about it online at the only fair and unbiased news site that exists, freedom.eagle. Oh gosh, that's a tabloid site. We need to act now before the scaly claws tear away our precious constitutional rights. I think you've had enough punch. Excuse me. Okay, so truth serum doesn't bring out facts, it brings out what someone thinks are facts. Duly noted for future reference. Gotta love living in a post-truth world where everybody doubles down on misinformation rather than admit they're wrong. I get the feeling that guy would have happily yammered on about that nonsense even without me spiking the punch, so task failed? Question is, did the cult teach him that, or is it just encouraging that sort of thinking? How absolutely and completely vile. Maybe it's for the best that you rarely come to cult events. Okay, hear me out. What if he's right? She's seen far weirder things in this world. No, that first one. I don't think Kiara would encourage that kind of thing, but she is encouraging belief in a fairy tale monster to keep them in line. The cult's built on a network of lies and self-aggrandizing. Conspiracy theories would fit. I just hope she's not personally involved in that. Okay, what next? Start a rumor. This guy looks rich and powerful and sure, I bet if I start some wild rumor he could carry it far and wide. Grab a drink and slide on up to him. Hey there, and who might you be under that mask, if you care to tell me, that is? I'm a sitting U.S. Senator, like most of the people here. How do you not know that? Oh, sorry, I don't really follow politics much. Mostly because the only way a mask can vote is if they commit voter fraud, get pinched by the cops, or both simultaneously. Disenfranchisement. My favorite sort of franchisement. Okay, I want to punch him. Can I punch him? At least as a criminal, you can vote by contributing anonymously to my campaign. It's the same idea in the end. No, it's not. Care to sign a check? Any particular legislation you want me to push? My dock is quite open this term. Okay, wow. Cynical butthole much, buddy? Guess I can't expect a sincere politician looking to effect actual progressive change to be attending an event like this. So, are you with the far right-wing party or the also kinda right-wing party? Does it really matter? It's all the same. Water flowing downhill, gathering up more and more power. Easiest job in the world. I vote down party lines and that's it. And I've been re-elected 3 times for doing almost nothing. What else are voters going to do? Demand ranked choice ballots? Ha! Never going to happen. Hey, where are the escorts? I thought cult events had high-end escorts on offer. All I'm seeing are the same dusty old hags I see in the rotunda. Yeah, fork this guy. Let's use him to spread some filthy rumors. What lies should we distribute through the Capital Network? England is moving to replace the pound with cryptocurrency. His mistress is invited to testify before the House Ethics Subcommittee. Canada's fight to invade North Dakota. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I don't know. Okay. That's what I have dice for. Okay. So, I have a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. England is moving to replace the pound with cryptocurrency. What was that tech thing Jim Gibson was complaining about recently? Oh, right, okay, I think I can fake this. Clearly, you've got a financial stake in the game. Would you like to know the inside track on some upcoming currency conversions? I suppose. What do you know? England's giving up on pound sterling and moving to Bitcoin, a new cryptocurrency minted by Sir Basler. They're either going to conquer the markets or completely crash and be ripe for a takeover. Oh, I knew that already. What? Oh my lord. Yes, that's been in the works for a long time now, ever since they exited the EU. How are you the only now hearing about it? Everyone in this room already knows. We're the ones who tricked them into doing it. Huh, go figure. Should you be telling me this? You're a mess. No one will ever believe you. I could tell you who really shot JFK and it wouldn't even make page 6. And besides, men like me can't fail. At worst, we fail upwards. It'll be just fine. I'll be just fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go look for an escort. Huh. This is not going well. I'm getting the feeling I'm a bit out of my depth here. I'm just a mask. These guys are villains. Yes. I've got one last trick up my sleeve. The best way to make a huge scene and ruin the party for everyone, poke someone into starting a fight. I could just literally poke someone until they punch me, but a clever social disruption is one where I act as a third party. For instance, the right comment to these two will set them off like a powder keg. Can already sense the spite between them. What to say? I have not been saying the right thing at all. How dare you wear the same dress I'm wearing, and such a flimsy knockoff, clearly made in one of your sweatshops. Sweatshops? This is an exclusive from the finest Parisian designers, ones that only work with billionaires. Clearly you're just a mere millionaire who has to wear cheap imitation copies of their designs. Humph! Your husband didn't call me a cheap imitation when I outperformed you at last week's orgy. And your husband praised my skills. He told me how much you suck. It was an orgy. You're supposed to suck things. That's the whole point. Hey, so I was thinking, just you wait. Once the many-faceted one soaks this world in blood and chaos, you'll get yours. No, the many-faceted one will clearly devour you and let me reap the pleasures of this world. So, harlot, Jezebel. Okay, so normally I'd be in favor of them fighting, but nobody's actually paying attention. I don't think it's possible to escalate this situation. Hell, part of me wants to de-escalate it because it's freaking awkward. What the heck is going on here? Any other politeness and mannered social gala would be torpedoed by a fight like that. Simply put, there are no good people in this room. They're all going to behave like monsters. It's a cult focused on chaos and manipulation. Conflicts are inevitable and expected. Nobody can agree on who the many-faceted one actually hates. Everyone wants it to be the other guy. The middle one. So it's basically a crab bucket situation, right? Nobody can climb out because they keep pulling each other down. It's amazing anyone can keep this group of egomaniacs in mind. The overmistress must put in some serious hours managing it all. Man, this cult stinks. I wouldn't want to admit to being a card-carrying member. Well, I'm out of ideas. Time to report back my failure. Your friends are, well, they're essentially 10 pounds of shirt in a 5-pound bag, Kiara. I suppose I should have warned you the task would be daunting. You can't shame the shameless. But this is the lot I'm stuck with, this cult of absolute annoyances, and I must maintain it to maintain my power. It frustrates me to no end the company I'm required to keep, and I've no doubt they loathe me equally in turn. Sadly, little can be done about this. These are the fools I must sing and dance for if I wish to have my supper. Rest assured, your failed attempt at humiliating them is nevertheless appreciated by your overmistress. That a lady can trust her lover to ruin such a fine event is a remarkable display of loyalty. I'm thankful you have consented to be my consort. I hope we can have lovely evenings alone when I'm not tangled up in situations like these. Which is most of the time. Cult's running you ragged, Kiara. I barely see you outside of official events. Yes, well, simply how it must be, I'm afraid. I am rather trapped in this scenario, am I not? I think I need to step in here for Kiara's sake. This can't go on. Kiara, have you considered just, leaving? That was exactly what I was thinking. I'm the host of this party. I cannot simply leave. I don't mean leaving the room. I mean leaving the cult. First Crimson Moon, remember? The cultist you fell in love with, the one who wanted you to run away with them? They had the right idea. You should just pack your bags and fork off over the horizon. And turn my back on all this power? Are you mad? Yes, they can be irritating, troublesome, a miserable garbage fire, to be honest. But my position is stable. I have wealth, comfort, prestige, and importance. Why jettison all that? I know I've considered leaving in the past, but doing it now, this late, it means surrendering everything I am, everything I've become. Okay, she needs more than a small nudge here. How do we convince her to make a major life change? They're a useless broken mess without her. She's their overworked caretaker, not their overlord. She yearns for the kind of freedom you have. That's the endgame she's actually seeking, not this dead end. They're horrible, miserable, twisted, and evil, and Kiara is clearly uncomfortable with the cult's tendencies. Decisions. This last one. Hey, remind me again why your cult doesn't kidnap, torture, sacrifice, and routinely traumatize people for fun? Because I will not allow it. We are a modern organization for the modern world. We hold to higher values than that. No, you don't. Rather, no, they don't. The reason the cult's been slightly less than a complete nightmare is because you've kept them in line. They don't hold your values. Don't think they respect you enough to learn your ideas. They tolerate your ideals because you're temporarily useful to them. You are a terrible fit for this organization. You're a mask, they're monsters, and it's time to leave them behind. Except if they would so quickly revert to monstrosity without me, that means I should stay where I am. Sure, I didn't think of it that way. Damn it! If I am truly an empathetic, caring individual who seeks to reform evil, I'm right where I need to be. I must never leave. Fortunately, I am not that. I'm a mask, and self-sacrifice is a sucker's game. You've convinced me, Penny. It's time to depart. I've tried to make this work, and I am tired of trying. Heh, you call me Penny, not Miss Larceny. So I did. I suppose tonight is the last straw. An inconsequential party, nothing unusual, but an unshakable example of the cult's failing. So be it. I will burn down my life so I may live anew. Oh, going the Phoenix route. Now, dark Phoenix. It may take some weeks to craft a clean exit strategy and to secure quote resources for my own personal use. Rob the piggy bank on your way out, huh? Quite so. For now, let us depart from the Starsome party. Next steps can be planned in due time. Ah! Fuck! Ah! You were warned. We told you to leave the Overmistress to us. You did not. You simply had to return again and again, despite the threat. I don't know if this is the voice I used before, but we're going with it. Very well. We can move up our schedule. We need not wait for the stars to be right. I hope you enjoyed your little adventure. For now, it is over. Which is when a robed cultist slides on up next to us, bearing a drink tray with 2 elegant flutes of champagne. Ah, my thanks, nice shadow delver. A nightcap before we depart, Miss Larceny. One glass alone costs $6,000. We may as well enjoy them. Sure, what? Why not? I like drinking money. Penny, no, don't drink that. It's a trick. The many-faceted one threatened me again. Wait, something's wrong. I can't be over this soon. Let's go with this one. The many-faceted one threatened me again. Huh, why does this taste like crap? Do all ultra-expensive fancy pants drinks taste like... Oh, hang on. This is drugs. I could tell from the mouthfeel. Well, shirt. The room spins and goes black as I crumple to the floor. Dang it, not in time. Fuck. And that's how your favorite villain found herself locked in a bare dungeon cell for the rest of her life. Forced to eat rats and roaches to survive, rotting away as the years slide by. Gone, forgotten, and alone. Woe! Woe is me! Woe to Penny Larceny, the foolish, the abandoned! Oh, don't give me that. You're going to escape. Hey, let me have my fun! Thanks to over-prepping for tonight's fun, I've got oodles and noodles of lockpicks. The cult found the ones in my hair, but not in my... Well, never you mind where. Point is, I'm good to go. Okay, so tip number 1, when guarding a prisoner in a cell, do not lean on the door. The door opens outward, you'll get smashed into the wall when the captive kicks it open. And if it opens inward, well, that's just asking to get yanked inside and subdued by force. Oh, and tip number 2, don't leave the prisoner's backpack full of extremely effective crime and equipment sitting by the door either. Especially not when she's packing handcuffs and gags, and even a green wig she can use to make you look like her in case anyone does a cell check. Finally, tip number 3, don't make your uniforms completely cover all identifying details. Or that person may just take your all-concealing cult robes and play dress-up, effectively passing as one of your own with ease. I love that the sprite is still in Penny's mannerisms. And that is how you outwit an internationally feared doom cult. But this is no time to get cocky. I need to find Kiara and get both of us the hell out of here, and a disguise only goes so far. Hopefully farther than the starting line, because there's a cultist walking my way right freaking now. How's the prisoner doing? Hang on, I can understand what they're saying. Usually these robed weirdos just mumble incoherently. But the Overmistress is always able to understand them. It must be a magic thing baked into the robes, making them unclear to outsiders. Everything's fine, have a look! I gesture to the tiny barred window in the cell door, where someone with conveniently green hair is handcuffed and unconscious. Our prisoner is still alive, I trust. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, my liege. Relax, the Overmistress is about to ascend to a higher plane. You don't have to bother with her mandate to use pronouns anymore. Ascend as in... Since she ascends to a higher plane of existence, leaving her mortal body behind. Oh, they're gonna kill her! No! That sounds complicated. Apparently it involves throat slitting, so no, not particularly complicated. I'm quite looking forward to it. Oh, fork. Yeah, that's gonna be just great when we do that. I'm really just leaning through to not respecting pronouns. So when does the party happen? And I'm assuming we're killing Penny Larceny at the big event too? Unfortunately, no. The matchmaker was very insistent. Penny is a personal project for the King in Yellow. You'll deliver her to him afterwards. What? What does the boss of Crimer have to do with her? Who knows? Who cares? Satisfying the many-faceted one's new edict is all that matters. And even the so-called Yellow King will be made to kneel and weep when the Lord of Chaos emerges into our reality. Give it time. Unfortunately, we haven't used an Altar of Ascension in years, and assembling a new one from the flat pack kit is proving challenging. I swear, those damn Altars of Ascension are a pain in the ass to put together. You always run out of screws, and what even is an Allen wrench? We'll figure it out. Meanwhile, stay here and guard the prisoner. Of course, you can count on me. Good luck with that altar thingy. Sure. They're gonna kill Kiara? Put any weirdness about me and the King in Yellow aside, I gotta get her to safety and fast. What made these buttholes turn on their overmistress like this? And killing her in the name of that fake cosmic horror? I think the actual factual many-faceted one told them to do this. That's the only thing that'd sway them. You need to be very careful. The many-faceted one broke the fourth wall to talk to me. I didn't think that was possible. Don't think you're ready for the truth of what's going on. Just believe me when I say the monster's real. First one. You know, I think I'm starting to believe you about that. It makes sense. Someone made the cult pivot, and that's the only plausible suspect. Might not be some all-powerful chaos god, but clearly someone or something is using the mantle of the many-faceted one to control the cult. I need to case this joint, find a way out, find Kiara, and figure out a path that will let me safely connect the two. So I gotta move fast before they assemble the Altar of Ascension and make with the stabby. Let's get to work. Where to first? Fuck. Okay, so we get to do all of these because we have 4 visits left and there's 4 locations. Escape route first. Mansion is on a rocky cliff overlooking the sea out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. It's designed to be inaccessible. Fortunately, transportation is a solved problem for the mass community. I just need a getaway rideshare, and for that, I need to dig through my reclaimed belongings and find my comms earpiece. Panda Bear to Fancy Feast, do you copy? Over. No, don't stand in the fire. Look this way. It's simple. Just split teams alpha and beta and avoid the electric grid pattern. Put the game aside for a sec. Okay, code red. Penny, I'm leading a 50-player raid right now. What's so red about this code? The cult threw me in a cell and are planning to kill the Overmistress in less than an hour. And I'm apparently being sold to the King in Yellow or something. But by all means, earn your DKP or whatever it is you call online gamer clout. Okay, passing leadership stick to Jenkins. Gotta go. Jenkins. Oh no. Sorry, that's an MMO joke. And they're totally gonna end up in the lava pit, but whatever. Oh my gosh. His little face. I'm so sorry, kid. My family comes first. What do you need exactly? Let's work this out. I already got out of my cell and found a disguise, but I need an exit strategy for myself and the Overmistress. Can you arrange a getaway rideshare to come pick us up in an armored car? Pricey, but the Overmistress can pay the bill afterwards. No. I've actually researched this since I never trusted the cult. There's a block on sending getaway drivers to your location. Oh. Well, Ford, no doubt that's the cult leveraging some power to ensure they stay isolated. I'm up for any other option you could think of for bugging the hell out of here, Dib. Got anything? Whoops. Sorry. Actually, I keep pressing the right mouse button. There's only 2 ways in and out of that place, by road or by sea. I can hack the wireless locks in that fancy limousine you usually ride in if you can gain access to it. Garage is across the courtyard and on the other side of a lot of rogue jerks. Dang. Okay. By sea then, I've seen boats coming in and out of a hidden dock on the satellite view, one that's probably underground. Hey, were you spying on our boss, Gibson? Yes. Good. Good. Yes. Appropriate mass behavior. But getting underground and hijacking a boat sounds just as risky as hijacking a limo. I'm not sure. Let's take the limo. It means crossing open terrain and then driving down a single lane back road, but it'll be fast. We'll take the boat. It's more time and more work to set it up, but it's a stealthier exit. Hang on, the King in Yellow wants you to survive this, doesn't he? Let's cash in and get his help. That is an interesting choice. But no, I do not trust the King in Yellow. Not one bit. The boat. Okay, we're going with the boat escape. I'll go find the docks and make sure we've got something light and fast we ride out of here. Got it. I'll start researching for speedboat manuals and hot wiring techniques. Let me know when you have a model number. Cost precious minutes by sneak back down into the catacombs, locate the dock, and get to work. There's 3 lightning-quick speedboats alongside cargo haulers and more, so I sabotage 2 of them and hotwire the 3rd. We'll need to slip into the underground without being noticed, but if we do that, if we reach the dock alive, this is going to work. I've got my escape route. Moving on. Okay, where are we headed next? Study the ritual altar. Judging from the flow of cultists running small errands, the ritual is going to take place in the open. Specifically in front of the mansion itself. Good for a public event, bad for a sneak thief looking to avoid sightlines. I worked my way through the flow of robes to where they're busy assembling some sort of tasteful flat-packed furniture. There we go. Well, a flat-packed sacrificial altar complete with book rack, a slot for Kiara's neck, and a choppy blade. Are these the Norwegian instructions? Surely we have the English version as well. How do you do, fellow cultists? Badly. If we don't get this damn thing assembled in time, our heads will roll. Well, our head's in the Overmistress's head. Her head's coming off one way or another. Gruff and raspy voice, slight arch to the back as if punched over, an older cultist from the look and sound of it. Appeal to the longtime believer, learn more, probe for deeper knowledge. I didn't think furniture discounters made fiberboard guillotines for the cult. Doesn't feel traditional. This shoddy excuse for an altar, bah! In my day we used the obsidian doomstone and we liked it. But the Overmistress, not knowing what it was, had it sold off to pay cult expenses. What a waste. This cheap substitute is too modern, too clean. For the last Overmistress we took our time, got her properly bled out nice and slow. So that's what happened to Kiara's mentor. Died peacefully in her sleep, always sounded suspiciously normal. Yep. Absolutely. I didn't believe it in the slightest. You're a newcomer to the cult, aren't you? You weren't around for the last ritual of Ascension. I didn't have the honor of witnessing the blessed event, no. That one put up a fight. It's not like the old days when overmasters, overmistresses, and overlords fed the chaos willingly. Holy chaos willingly. Ascension is supposed to be an honor, but these modern overs, it's all me, me, me. No sense of community or duty. For the best we didn't tell this one about the glory that awaited her. She'd likely put up a fuss. She's that sort, isn't she? Just like her predecessor. And her heir? Who has become Overmistress now? Likely another modern sort. We'll make up some story, 7th whatever of a 7th whatever, and keep them happy until the next Ascension. Smile and nod along when they try to change our age-old values. We always conserve our values in the end. But honestly, don't rightly care. Probably won't be alive to see it. Just want to get this one over with and move on. Which will be soon, judging by the quick work he's making of assembling the altar. Enough fact-fighting. We need to switch to sabotage. Do whatever we can to slow things down. Sitting on a penny for heretics within the ranks. So, speaking of these modern fights and thieves and stuff, I just got back from the kitchen and, well, I don't want to speak ill of my fellow zealots, but saying some things that weren't quite so zealous in their zealotry. Meaning, doubts. Doubts that sacrificing our Overmistress is the right thing to do. Look, I'm with you. I long for a return to traditional values, but some of the cult actually liked her reforms. I don't want to call it heresy, but it's kinda heresy, isn't it? All these damn newbies, only in it for the sex and drugs, no respect for the blood. They need a strong hand, a strong voice. How about I take over with the altar and you whip them into shape? You've got yourself a deal. You're a promising young one, you are. Where did I put my whip? That bought me some time. Good. I'm also getting a better picture of what's been going on in this cult right under Kiara's nose. How many overs have they fed to the many-faceted one? How long has this been going on? And how many more dinners does it need to eat before it's strong enough to eat the world? If the last 2 overs have been kept in the dark about all this, they must be getting desperate to finish the task. It must be close. But hey, no pressure, right? Okay, where are we headed next? Find this will go Sanguinomicon. That magic book, the Sanguinomicon. That thing may be important to figuring out what the hell happened tonight. From what I know, it's the only legitimate source of magical power the cult has. Everything else is placebos and window dressing. Normally it's in her parlor, which she rarely leaves, which is why she hired me to go out and do random crimes on her behalf. I don't think it's a coincidence that the MFO is instigating regime change tonight. Prime opportunity. Kiara was at that fancy party away from here. But I don't think they'd keep Kiara and the book in the same room after tonight. It's likely somewhere else in the mansion. So I watch the flow of people, where they're going, where they're not going. And they're decidedly not going to one room central to all of this, a downstairs library. Yep, there we go. The Sanguinomicon, open to a page inked in blood, sitting on a pedestal and heavily, heavily guarded. The guards stare at me impassively as I approach, hands on the hilts of their daggers, but not drawn yet. Whoa, be cool. I'm new, just not sure where I'm supposed to be right now. No one approaches the holy word of the many-faceted one, the voice of a million throats, the binding oath of blood and chaos. That's the book thingy, right? Also known as the book thingy, yes. Were you not present when I spoke to our hearts this evening? Quick, need an excuse. They called you in to help with the ritual, you arrived late and missed it. Make up some darkly poetic Lovecraftian nonsense so you fit in with these jokers. Pretend your mind is still reeling from the shock of the event, to explain your confusion. I gotta be honest, I don't know whether I'm coming or going, falling apart, or staying together. I wasn't prepared for this. I feel like the many-faceted one broke my soul when I heard it speak, so please forgive me if I'm a bit not myself. My brain is basically tofu at this point. It's understandable. Many of the recent recruits to the cult are experiencing some disorientation. You should feel honored to be shattered by the absolute splendor of the many-faceted one. I did not think I would live to once again hear the call. The Overmistress must ascend to join the many-faceted one. Her blood will be added to the pages. The ritual involves pouring her life essence into the bindings, her soul instantly joining the choir of chaos and despair, which wails eternal. Wow, that's pretty forking metal. Yeah, honestly, it's kinda rad. I'm looking forward to it. So, can I read the book? I want to be filled with the holy light of the many-faceted one, and sure. No. The Sanguinomicon must remain untouched until it is carried forth to the ceremonial altar. All who dare approach will be met with death. Right, death. Don't want to die before the Overmistress says. I'll be going now. Thanks for filling me in. Walk with chaos, child. Okay, so if I go anywhere near the book, I get shanked. Good to know. Whatever, I don't need the book. I just need Kiara and an exit. But hey, information gathering is never the wrong thing to do. So, moving on. For now. Okay, let's find Kiara. Okay, where are we headed next? Don't think Kiara was held in an underground cell. I'd hear her echoing down the tunnels, being righteously annoyed at all this, if so. My bet is I've got her under house arrest in her parlor, guarded and locked in. I'll need a solid excuse if I want to see her. Aha! And 5 minutes later, I'm at her door with a cheese and sack tray. Food for the Overmistress. May I pass? A last meal? What's the point? She's only got an hour before we sacrifice her. Many-faceted one doesn't want her to ascend on an empty stomach. And you know this because... Look, it's not my job to explain the short, just to do what I'm told. I was told to bring her some munchies, so I'm doing exactly that. You want to step aside, or do I go report to the Crimson Echelon that you're being a pedantic little shirt? Oh, fine, whatever. Make it quick. Okay, good. No guards inside the room, just outside. And Kiara is a towering pillar of absolute disgust and annoyance as I enter with a delicate little charcuterie board. You dare raise a hand against your overmistress and think to appease her with tiny meats? When I regain control of the situation, I will have you flayed alive and dangled upside down over the lion pits. Kiara, you and I both know you rehomed the lions to avoid getting involved in animal abuse. Claw went to the San Diego Zoo, Richard went to the New York Zoo, and Mr. Scruffles was released back into the savannah. Miss Larceny? Poof! Pull off my heavy robes, revealing my true form, nice and dramatic. You thought it was a cultist, but it was me, Penny Larceny. I am simultaneously overjoyed to see you and disappointed in my cult for having wholly inadequate security. The entire situation has become an absolute farce. I remember your words at the party. You convinced me it was time to forge a new future for myself, away from this cult. If only I'd listened to that advice one day sooner. If only I wasn't so indulgent in the comforts and pleasures they gave me. I blame myself for this. I chose a path of weakness, allowing a cycle of abuse and mayhem to continue barely checked. You could have known they'd turn on you. No, I could have known. I could have looked into the depth of my predecessor more closely, could have been a more suspicious person. They kept me busy being their den mother, their party planner, their meaningless figurehead. I was far too busy looking after them to look after myself. I thought myself sensible and responsible, and they relied on that pride. Well, that's all done now. I'm to be poured into the pages of my own arcane tome and meet my maker. You should make your escape, Penny. What? Your overmistress commands you to live, Miss Larceny, to survive this catastrophe and go on to live well. If my path ends here, yours must endure. Your freedom and your spirit must endure. Nope, we are not leaving you behind. Work that. We leave together. This is a direct order from your lady to her right hand. You swore an oath. I love you too much to allow you to come to harm. I cannot be saved from this situation. You must learn to let me, go. No, fork that, fork the oath, and fork no-win scenarios. I'm saving you. What? I love you too much to allow you to come to harm, and my freedom's worthless if I don't have you at my side. Call me an oathbreaker if you want, but I will not let them spill one drop of your blood. You think you're an iron hand in a velvet glove? Well, I'm a velvet hand in an iron glove, or like something. So when I do finally decide to punch, people get wrecked. And I'm gonna tear this whole cult down if I gotta keep you alive. To keep you alive. We got an understanding now, Kiara? So be it. I will admit that the absolute passion in your words is an incredible turn-on right now. Perhaps I'll let you have a go at being on top. Save it for the after party. As you wish, my love. We shall leave this place together and never return. It is decided. This rebellion, this pathetic appeasement of their useless god, it's wholly frustrating and proof the cult is unsalvageable. It is time to abandon this cult. Let it crumble to dust. Now we're talking. I've already secured our escape route. By morning, we'll be long gone. Once I'm done studying the flow of cultists in the halls, I can find the gap and get us out of here. Excellent work, as always. However, your overmistress has one final task to assign you before she resigns her post. Kinda pressed for time, Kiara. What do you need? You must destroy the Sanguinomicon. Burn it to ash. That matters more than my life or yours. What? The book's under heavy guard. If I go in there with a blowtorch, I'll get sliced and diced. And if we simply run, we will die. Consider the logic. If we do not destroy it, the cult will retain its source of eldritch power. As long as the chance remains that they can summon the many-faceted one, we are all damned. The fate of the world is at stake, Penny. There is but one path forward. We're not capes, Kiara. We don't save the world. Do not mistake my strategy for altruism, Miss Larceny. This is entirely a matter of self-interest. Aside from a matter of pure survival, saving the world means there remains a world for us to conquer. If we are to seize the future for ourselves, we must annihilate this mutual foe, the many-faceted one, and shut down our most powerful rival, then watch the now powerless cult crumble. No other mistress to keep them moving forward, no other worldly patron, just a bunch of power-hungry zealots, scheming politicians, who will devour each other as they fight over the scraps. We are villains, my dearest minion. We are obliged to fully and utterly destroy all who oppose us. Let them destroy themselves on our behalf. That way, we need not lift a finger to punish our enemies. They will be dust, and we will endure. That is some high-grade, premium-level, epic-tier mask shirt, my overmistress. I'm forking in. Then, by your lady's command, develop your strategy for the destruction of the Sanguinomicon. It shall be done. For now, play along, pretend you are a helpless captive, and trust in your minion to make the entries at play. You have my absolute trust, Penny. Go forth. I quickly pull my cult disguise back on as I set about my scheming. I've got an exit, I know where the book is, and where the book's going. I have everything I need. I trust you're on board with this destroy book, then exit order of operations. Honestly, the many-faceted one has me worried. Let's destroy its conduit into this world. Since when have we ever backed down from a challenge? I'm with you, as always. I'm not a fan of the plan, but I take it you'll ignore me if I plead for you to run. So I'm gonna be right back. So just stare at the options. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go with this one. Since when have we ever backed down from a challenge? I'm with you as always. Never doubt it, but always get informed consent before taking on an eldritch horror. It's a polite thing to do. Consent is sexy, people. Just saying. Okay, so to recap. The book is going to be guarded all the way to the ritual site. The Overmistress is also going to be under heavy guard. Our only viable exit is deep within the underground, and the entire location is just swarming with robed wackadoos armed with knives. And the second I burn the book or liberate the Overmistress, we immediately have 100+ cultists on our ass. Even if I could sneakily make Kiara and the book vanish, they'll be searching for us immediately, and I don't trust our hide-and-seek odds. I gotta be honest, even with all my prep work, we are boned. No matter what angle we come at this from, a physical confrontation with the cult is going to happen, and there's a lot more of them than us. We've got a paradox. The only way to destroy the book and escape with Kiara is if the cult is neutralized. And the only way to neutralize the cult is to destroy the book and escape with Kiara. I'm missing an angle. There's something I'm not seeing. Fortunately, I have a collaborator who can help me when I'm stuck. You. What am I missing here? Many-faceted one. The whole cult turned on Kiara just because the magic book told them to. That's their weakness. Cultists obey one central figure, and if it's not their overmistress, it's their god. Use that. So, either one is the same thing. So we'll pick this one. Okay, I didn't mention the evil chaos god in my rundown, but that's because it's an evil chaos god and out of my league. And since the book gives them a literal hotline to their deity, I can't trick them into believing that MFO wants us to escape. The only way they believe that is if the edict comes directly from the many-faceted one, who isn't likely to cooperate. Sadly, I am not on the same power level as a strange, gigaversal entity capable of communicating with this world and influencing events in impossible ways. That's it! That's the play! You are the play! They have their powerful weirdo outsider and I've got mine. You're gonna attack and dethrone their god. Sound like fun? The many-faceted one does see me as a threat, so yeah, I might have a shot at this. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I have no idea how to stop an Eldritch. I don't like this. Are we seriously exhausted every other possible avenue of attack? This one. What does a great thief do when the plan gets torn up and thrown away? Improvise. I'll arrange a meeting and stall for time while you figure out your end of things, and that'll have to be enough. Because the alternative is to do nothing. Kiara dies, and the cult inches closer to their goal of devouring the world. Kinda guessing neither of us would be on board for that, so here we fork and go with the Hail Mary play. Okay, let me pull up, let's call it a mental chalkboard so we can run down the plan. There's 3 elements in play. The Overmistress in her parlor, the Sanguinomicon in the library, and the ritual altar outside. When it's go time, they're going to escort the book out the door, and the Overmistress as well. But before they get out the door, they pass through a few bottlenecks in the mansion, and right here, there's an intersection, the foyer, where Sacrificial Victim and Evil Book are in the same place. This is where we jump them, get our hands on the book, and then secure our audience from the multifaceted one by bleeding into the pages, just like they planned to do with Kiara. It's gross, but as I ascend, my Serum 23 dose blood will bring you along for the ride. Believe me, I'm no fan of this plan. There's a good chance I'm just gonna straight up die, or my soul will wail eternal in the unholy choir or whatever. It's a risk, but we agreed to do this for Kiara. We end the Sanguinomicon tonight. Can't we just burn the damn book? It's gone, no more Elder God, right? You're a master, shouldn't you save your own skin first and foremost? Nope, this one here. Glad you're on board with this, because I wasn't gonna do it either way, but I need your cooperation to really make this plan work. I know it sucks, but this is what we have, so let's fork and do this. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I duck into the mansion, dashing upstairs silently to go change in a bathroom. If I'm doing this, I'm doing it as me, not a bathrobe-wearing cultist. Minutes later, the heist. Woo! In position just above the foyer, the ambush spot dead center between the Overmistress's parlor, the library, and the ritual arena. And thanks to sabotaging the altar, I have more than enough time to prep the best possible ambush. The procession approached slowly, Kiara at knife point and a holder of the sacred book joining shortly after. Keep moving, no stalling. You have no concept for the amount of suffering you will feel for this insult to my person. You're the one who turned our beloved cult into a huge hug box safe space. I've already known suffering. Attention all you snuggie-wearing, butter-knife-waving dorkwads! Put the target on alert, but confused as to where the attack will come from. The echo of the foyer and my position in the shadows masking me. Who dares? Tonight, the greatest criminal mastermind of her generation is going to steal your cult. Prepare yourselves! Oh ho, it seems the party has begun. Heretic, show yourself immediately. And for the finishing touch, one handful of smoke bombs, and one master face swinging down from a grappling hook attached to the chandelier above. It's the penny from from the splash page. Yay! Kill the heretic! It's not enough. It may be a vague blur, but they can swing their knives just as easily as a vague blur and do some damage. Which is part of the plan. I take some wounds, feeling sharp slices of pain on my arms, my side. When I finally land for my epic swashbuckling routine, I wrestle the book away from its keeper with those bloody arms. Wait, Penny, if you do that. No, she cannot. She must not. Too late, because I'm not there anymore to hear their pleas. Oh, this was a mistake. I'm nowhere. There's no where here. No when, no why, and no how. No body and no mind. I speak with no voice and can hear no thoughts. I see all but nothing that is nowhere, and it's nothing there, just nothing. It just looks like printed halftone dots to me. Try to focus on my voice to say it the way I see it. Hang in there, Penny. Latch under my guidance, and I'll help you through this. Logically, it can't be nothing because we know the many-faceted one hangs here. So can you. This one. Okay, good. I can at least hear you. Okay. Now I can hear my own thoughts too. Hang on to that. See it through. I need a body if I'm going to figure out how to exist properly, aren't I? Better. Testing 1, 2, 3. My voice is back. Got my voice back. Okay. We need to hurry this along before my brain turns into a mush of quantum particles or some sort. And definitely wrap it up before they hurt Kiara in the real world. Okay. Game face on. Hey, many-faceted butthole. I'm here to settle some scores on behalf of the Overmistress. What's the matter? You scared? We assure you that we are not afraid of you. Oh, Fork, that thing looks weird. We are power. We are greed. We are lust. We are chaos. We are the combined pride of every overlord, overmistress, and overmaster. They are ascended within us. But we have no need of you, child. You are weakness, a set of uncrossable lines. You lack Kiara Taylor's insatiable desires. Only an over can stand tall within us as a new facet. You will be devoured instantly and excreted as waste. Dude, gross. Hang on, so you're a giant wad of, like, souls or minds or whatever called from every cult leader since the start of it all? Accurate. I get it now. You're a grifter. What? I mean, the cult's a grift, right? You nurture these overs, make them good and power hungry, then eat them to grow stronger. The cults only exist to feed you. You're a parasite reaching up what they have to offer, making false promises while the few benefit over the many. That's a con artist, Richard. That's a classic pyramid scheme. You are nothing more than an interdimensional grifter. Without the cult propping you up, you'd have nothing. It's honestly kind of pathetic. This is the sloppiest, laziest con job I've seen. I could win more souls doing 3-card Monty on a street corner. How dare you! We are chaos incarnate, a million minds in harmonious hunger. We will break the boundary and devour your world. You're a house pet. Once they stop putting food in the bowl, you'll starve. Your words are meaningless. You are nothing. Prepare to be obliterated. Hi there. Mind if I interrupt? Your fight's with me, not her. Penny's not alone in this fight, nor will she ever be. Dramatic, bold, confident, unwarranted, incapable, useless. We already warned you to leave the Overmistress be. You ignored our warning. You will be obliterated as well. You don't even know who I am, do you? You don't know what I am, or what you really are. Want to devour me? Okay, you take your best shot, but you only get one try. How about we make a deal? You go away forever, and I don't collapse all of existence into nothingness. This one. You have some power, as befitting an outsider, but you are one. We are many. We know what we are. We are legion, and what you are, irrelevant, insignificant. Penny, I need you to cover your ears for a moment while I sort this out. Please trust me as you've trusted me before. Okay, you know you've got my trust. I'll just imagine I can't hear or see anything and what do you know? That works in this small space. I'm offline. Tap me when you're done. What? What is this? You think you can beat me with words? Laughable. Tell me, oh distant and useless voice, what truth do you hold that can possibly harm us? The reason you can't devour me is because everything that exists across the Gigaverse is just a game I'm playing. I'm the only cosmic horror in this world, not you. You're a fictional character, but I'm the real deal. You're ultimately nothing but bits. You're a .png file with alpha transparency. You're a pre-written script. Let's really blow their minds. You are lying. We are real. This is reality, and we will devour this reality. You have no proof. You cannot be truthful. We are. No. This cannot be. You are breaking every rule. You are not supposed to do this. If this is a narrative, you destroy immersion by doing this. You are ruining everything. You think I won't uninstall the world? You think I won't shut the whole thing down rather than let you win? Penny may not be real, but she's real to me. I care about her story, and you aren't her ending. Every time I act, I have predetermined choices. Even I have limits, so don't whine to me if you don't like it. No, this one. Illogical, inconceivable. If this is fiction, if we are all fiction, you owe her nothing. Yet you would elevate her above us. You are impossible to defeat. We are merely one of many simple enemies arranged for her to thwart. No different, no stronger. We are nothing. A temporary amusement for you. A stepping stone for Penny Larceny. We are nothing compared to her, and we are nothing compared to you. We will abandon this timeline. Better that than to risk annihilation. Damn you! Damn you! You have triumphed. Now, leave us alone. Oh, my voice. Is it over yet? Did you kick its ass? Oh hey, I can see and hear again. That's neat. So, how'd you do it? Nuclear weapons, sonic railgun, transdimensional disintegrating I-beams. I used the truth. No more, no less. Well, that's nice and enigmatic. Meh, as long as you stopped the hole in Cthulhu and walked it dry, I don't really care about the specifics. Without Mr. Spooky Three-Eyed Jerkbutt blocking us, you could pull us back to reality. Right? Your rescuer vanished into the pages of the Sanguinomicon. She failed in her task. Now nothing will stop your ascension, dear overmistress. The instant I merge with the many-faceted one, I'm going to unravel your sanity strand by strand, you miserable little toady. And we're back! One advantage to being the new master of the Sanguinomicon, when I return to reality, my wounds are healed and I'm holding the book. Wait, that has two advantages. Look, the point is that I have the advantage, and they do not. I have finished my reassignment, and it's time for my book report. Miss Larceny? Heretic! And with absolute confidence, I hold the Sanguinomicon up high, pages open and ready. Psst, that's your cue. Do your thing. Speak through the book. We are the Alpha and the Omega. We are your Lord. Now, on your knees. How dare you raise your voice at us, you miserable worm? Alright, you primitive screwheads, listen up. Boy, I like these two best, but I'm not sure which one I want to do. This one. And immediately the cultists freeze in their tracks. The voice of the many-faceted one speaks to our hearts through the holy tome of the Sanguinomicon. I don't know, sounds a bit different than last time. Silence, whelp. Allow it to fill your heart with anti-light. This was a test of loyalty to your overmistress, and you all failed. This cult has forfeited its right to exist. We have grown weary of you pathetic mortals and your petty desires. We cast you all out into the night. Cult's closed, now kindly fork off. This one. But didn't the book say we had to? Yes, of course, we were meant to show defiance. We are spiteful and hungry for power, and if we fell into submission, We are disgraced. Indeed, and you've shown me nothing but contempt ever since. You are, hands down, the worst minions an overmistress could ask for. Naughty! Naughty! I honestly did not expect any of these jokers to feel shame, but apparently miracles do happen. And finally, I strike one of the magnesium flares from my overpacked favorite kit and hold it over the book. As our bond is annihilated, so too is the Sanguinomicon. You do not deserve this power. Goodbye. As punishment for your failure, I revoke the holy text. It is finished. I have to go now. My planet needs me. This one. No, we have failed. Flee, flee before we are all burned. And the book burns brightly in my hands before I toss the crumbling, glowing embers aside. Cultists flee into the night, screaming and running, terrified of the holy book's destruction and their god's wrath. Hang on, does this mean they're all going to burn to death since I burned the book? I might have spread a rumor along those lines at one point, just to prevent any potential book thieving usurpers. Classic. Okay, let's get the fork out of here before anyone figures it out. We quickly slip back into the mansion, head underground, and hijack a boat to motor our way on out of there. The cultists left on foot, meaning we're free and clear to sail off into the night. And so falls the cult of the many-faceted one. So falls my position of power, wealth, and privilege. No more five-star dinners every night. No more classical literature and violin well into the wee hours. No more lurid, steamy, dripping wet 30-participant orgies. I mean, we could probably still arrange that last one if you want. It wouldn't be the same. But you get to live. That's a good trade. What's more, now you're free. Lead any kind of life you want, grasp for any future you want. You're free from all control. And I'll be right there with you, helping you find the future you deserve. I love you, and I want to be here for you. Thank you, Penny. I will cherish you dearly as well. Still, a pity we couldn't liquidate more cult access before departing. Perhaps if we stayed and pilfered an item or three? Too risky. The less worshipful members of the congregation probably have the same idea right now. And thus I must scrape by an abject poverty instead of decadent finery. With only a mere $1 million to my name. $1 million? I know, such a paltry sum. I stashed it away in an untraceable account for a rainy day, some years back. It is paltry, right? That can only buy, what, perhaps a small mansion? I rarely pay attention to such minutiae. Actually, with inflation, that's not really enough to truly live large on, but it's enough to get our legend started. You want a bold and beautiful future, right? Your charisma, my street smarts, your connections, my cleverness. We are going to take this world by storm, and we won't need a cult to do it. I rather like the way you think, Penny. Very well. Kiara and Penny, the power couple of crime. Two unstoppable, beautiful villains. Let this world tremble at the power of our passion, the depths of our desires. Let it grow green with envy. Together, our love will conquer empires and overthrow tyrants. We will dominate. Yes, my overmiss, dominate me, dominate me. I'm ready. Two epic masks forging their legend. Bring it on. The cults gathered to the woods that night. A few attempts were made to rally them under new banners, but they couldn't hold it together. And while they disintegrated, Kiara and I rose as power players in the masked scene. Soon we grew our little criminal operation to an internationally wanted duo, always one step ahead of the law. Oh, I like those outfits. Honestly, Penny's outfit reminds me of Carmen Sandiego. We throw fancy parties and earn favor with the rich and powerful, then escape into the night to do it all over again somewhere else. And whenever we came to town, oh, things got wild. Wet and wild and lewd and all kinds of naughty. We threw massive parties in the middle of repressive countries, letting people love whom they wanted to love, regardless of the law. I can't believe it took this long to embrace a life of absolute freedom. This is who it's meant to be, not some mystic figurehead. And the love we found? I was certain I could never feel love again, not after letting it slip through my fingers once. Oh, you mean about Penny's outfit, James? Yeah. I'm pleased to have been completely wrong about that as well. Our hearts entwined are a force wonderful and terrible to behold, and all shall kneel in respect of our passions. In my line of work, you learn to look at the big picture, crafting your design for it one step at a time. Everything connects up. Dotted lines and arrows and symbols, a path leading from A to B to C to D. When you do your job right, it's clean and precise, professional and awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not possible to predict every step, of course. A skilled schemer is also an impressive improviser. You adjust the plan on the fly. But in the end, you'll get where you're going, where you needed to be. Now, I'm where I needed to be, and everything has fallen neatly into place. My name is Penny Larceny, and believe it or not, I saved the world. And now, that world is ours. And that's it. We did it. We finished one of the routes. Well, I finished one of the routes. I love the music. I know there's a post-credit scene. I'm just rocking out to the music while I wait for the credits to go through. Yeah, I have Spotify too. Eventually I'll probably buy the soundtrack. There I am. I was one of the testers. Didn't test everything. Special thanks to everyone who supported arcade spirits within our community. So amazing to me this is a thing that exists. Anne Schumann for her wise counsel, my sister and brother-in-law for keeping me going, and you for reading these words right now. You're the reason this nonsense exists despite the world actively pushing back against it. Thank you. Hope to see you again in the Shadow over Cyberspace, which is the next project. No, it's okay, James. Well, I've been doing capers that I hadn't done in the testing phase so that I could be surprised. So, this recording, this is my goodbye note. This is a confession. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I don't get to name it. I could say I had the best of intentions. I could say anger got the better of me. I could say society gave me no other options. But it doesn't matter. In the end, it was me. I murdered the world. My cure for cancer was sloppy, flawed. I can blame my lack of funding, or my peers refusing to work with me, or it doesn't matter. It failed. It backfired spectacularly, becoming a viral form of cancer, a plague. Most of humanity isn't going to survive this. I can't apologize to the dead, and my apologies are worthless to the living. Dr. Mayhem in the end unleashed absolute mayhem on this world, and it's just that my own cancer takes me down with it. Goodbye. Again and again the world ends. Penny is trapped in one hellscape or another. There must be a way. No, I won't accept this. This is not the world I want Penny to live in. This can't be how it ends, not after everything. The Gigaverse is fluid and non-linear. There is a way back if you refuse to accept this fate. I'll try again, making different choices. I will find a way forward. I'll accept nothing less. The other supervillains and even the heroes may be the key. I have to learn more about the paths. Even if I fail again, I'll see the larger shape of it, and from that I can assemble a solution. This one. With each timeline explored, more knowledge, more information, seeing the bigger picture from every angle. This will work. Time spins in reverse, decisions and destinies unwind back to the start, and the path opens up to you anew. Yeah, I didn't have the mental fortitude for a while there to do tests. And that's it. We get to start over again. I probably will do another route just for the fun of it. Obviously, I'm not going to start it today, next week. So, but real super quick. Come on. Yeah. Hey, this looks familiar. Okay, so this is the routes that I've done. This is from doing the beta test. So even though there isn't a save for this in the game itself, I have done that in the beta test. So done 2, but there's still 3 more possibilities. So for now, that's it. I don't remember if I got the chalkboard art for the Far Sight ending. But yeah, I'm done for today. I kind of wrecked my voice doing the many-faceted one voice. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. Probably doing Penny Larceny some more, because it's just so fun. Right, loot. Oh, okay, I got the Sanguinomicon. Ooh, nice. So yeah, that's why I have Farsight's goggles. Okay. Yeah, so take care everyone. Thank you for joining me, and if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Fun short. And see you next time. Bye!